Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope that your day has been good. This is just a short little clip that I want to share with you. This is Karrinere Steffans, and she said something that a lot of women agree with, but other women don't agree with. They're in denial about it. And basically she said that a lot of men want to actually marry the slut. She says that men should feel safe marrying the whore. Now, some people would say, well, she would say this because of her reputation. Now, in case you don't remember who she is, she wrote the book, Karrinere Steffans, Confessions of a Video Vixen. She was a very popular music video vixen. In the legendary video, Fatty Girl, Fatty Girl, Fatty Girl, Fat as a what? Remember FUBU with LL Cool J? Classic video, Pop City Anthem. Love that beat a lot. Also, okay, she was in Mystical's video, Danger. Okay, so yeah, there she goes. She was definitely a top video vixen. That's just a fact. Period. A couple of videos I was just watching the other week, I'm like, oh, there's Karrinere. They called her AKA Superhead, and the name speaks for itself. And there were women who didn't like her, but other women who did. Her book was a bestseller. I actually read her book, and you learn a lot about her life, her journey. There's a part of the book where she was raped when she was a teenager. The guy actually put soap, liquid soap, in her private areas, and it was burning, and he raped her that way. And there's a lot, her relationship with her mother, and a lot more how she ended up in America and doing the music videos. A guy named Big Papa, she won't name who he is. He is very famous, a celebrity, and she won't reveal who that is, who helped her a lot. So I think his name was Big Papa, is what she called him. But basically, when this video came out, people vilified her because, look, a lot of the men in the music industry were cheating on their wives with video vixens, and they felt like, oh, you're not supposed to kiss and tell. Even though some of these men did her wrong, they didn't want her to kiss and tell, and she did. There's a part of the book where she talks about Vin Diesel grabbing her up and, them doing it or whatever. Something on a set of a movie that she did. But there's a lot in the book, okay? A couple of names I'm trying to remember. A couple of names y'all are familiar with. But it's a really good book. It's really, really good. And look, baby, what is she saying now? Because she's saying that men want to marry the whore. Let's see.
And love sluts. Like a cum dump type of, like, you want this. But patriarchy says you can't marry this. Patriarchy says, marry the virgin.
But then you the slut behind her back, you lose her trust.
You're gonna ruin her life. I want more men to feel safe marrying the whore. Because they're gonna keep you good. You're gonna wake up to sucks. You wake up, I'm already on freak There's nothing you can't propose to me that I won't at least consider. I like doing household chores, but for sake, first thing in the morning, my man gets this. And he gets it in any way he wants. And he would have crawl on my face and exactly.
Start at home, where you really want to be. A couple weeks ago was my birthday. The plan was that we're going to have a foursome.
Now, here's the thing. I don't consider it, I'm not a whore if I wake up and I'm doing something to my man. I mean, plenty of women do those type of things. That doesn't make us a whore because we're freaky with our man. Every woman has limits of what she's willing to do in the bedroom. Some women are not into anal sex, so no, I don't. But that should be established early on. If you know you're a man and you like anal, you need to get with a woman who likes anal, because I'm not doing that. And if that's something you want, I don't want you cheating on me to go get it, but I don't do that. That's just one example. Or a woman who doesn't want to eat groceries. She doesn't want to eat his butthole. And if that's something you're into, you need a woman who eats butt, because not every woman does that. But the point I think she's trying to make is that society does do that. The acceptable woman, okay? Because there are a number of men who have talked about her, and they said that they liked her as a person, and they liked her, but they can't claim her because she has her SCX life is public information. She has a reputation, and the reputation that she has is not a good look for women in society. You know, society likes to vilify women for having a Smex life and liking Smex, but all of a sudden a man could have one and he can enjoy it. But all of a sudden, if a woman is open talking about it, it's a problem. If a woman criticizes a man and says he has a small penis, oh, you're a whore, you're not this or that. It's like, no, I don't like you. They don't want women to be open about their sex life. They want women to have this good girl image type of thing. That's the acceptable. And then they go cheat on you with who they really want. So many men will say, oh, this is the woman you marry. And then you have women who eat it up. Yeah. But no, I cheat on you with what I want. Oh, you don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to look good. But yeah, who's on his Instagram? Who is he watching on TikTok? Who is he cheating on you with? Or when you go out, he's staring at her. The woman who's dressed kind of skimpy. The woman who wears makeup. He's looking. A lot of men are hypocrites. They want the safe choice. What she's saying is stop doing that and just date who the hell you actually want and stop caring about the opinions of people. If she has a public reputation, because there are a number of women who sleep with men, but people don't know about it because they're not walking around screaming their damn business. It's not anybody's business who I'm sleeping with. My thing is, when she's saying the whore, that means women who are very open about their sexuality, very open talking about penis, very open that they are sleeping with this man and that man, very open that, oh, you can teabag me, do this to me, do that to me, do this. And they openly, it's the what people don't want to see. Like men will tell you, I want a lady in the street, but I want a freak in the bedroom. Be a lady to the public, respectable, a good woman. I love the kids, baking cookies and shit. But when we get in that damn house, now it's different. Now I have a corn star. Now I got my freak. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, honestly, but every woman is different. Some men are really into some freaky deaky stuff, and they want a woman who will get down and dirty and do all of that freaky deaky. And some stuff is not a big deal to do. But then there are some stuff like that's a little too extreme for me. Okay? Like I'm not into that. I'm not going to name what it is publicly, but there's different levels to stuff. So a lot of men I think people need to be with people they're sexually compatible with. But within society, they tell you just go marry each other and never have sex. And then you get together and I'm into certain stuff or I want certain stuff done. Oh, I don't do that. We're not compatible. I need someone I'm compatible with. But it doesn't work well for women because they tell you to be private, to not do anything. But what if I'm into certain stuff and I need to know if you into that ahead of time? Why would I marry you knowing you could never fulfill me, knowing that you're not going to even do what I want you to do? And it's like that for men. Men want a freak, but every man's freakiness is different. Some stuff he might think is freaky. It's like, oh, that's nothing for me. Okay, that's okay. And then there's other men who's into some really high up there freaky stuff like, baby, I'm not eating no groceries. I'm not eating groceries, okay? Or I don't do anal, baby. I'm not doing it. So, and then they go out and cheat with women who do that. And some of them even cheat with men to be able to go up somebody's Bucci type of thing. So she's saying that men lie. They do prefer a lot of whores. Society, you know what a whore is to society. Y'all know what it is. And that, no, they actually really do prefer that. They can't make it public. They can't be with her publicly if her reputation is public, because it's his image, his ego, his reputation, his legacy. And he knows how men think and that they'll be talking about him. Or a man doesn't want to know, oh, I met 5 men and I found out when we talked, all 5 of them had you. They don't want anything like that, and understandably. But still, they don't even like women who openly talk about liking smecks and liking teabagging and liking all this other stuff, But that's what they desire. So many men lie. Pastors, teachers, all of them, red pill, they say all this crap. But secretly, they actually want to get down and dirty in the bedroom with a woman who's just as down and dirty as they are, okay? And then they get mad because they're like, well, where did you learn this type of stuff? And then they get mad and try to label you a certain name. They don't know what they want. They're all over the place. But most men on average say we want a freak in the bedroom, but a lady to the public. And It's the same thing for women. I want a gentleman in the street, but when I get home, baby, we getting down, and I want you to get well, what I like type of thing. I'm not gonna go into detail, but it's the same thing for women and a lot of men. I just feel people need to be with people that are into what they're into. Like, if you like head, why are you marrying a woman who don't give that? That makes no sense. Unless they think they're gonna make you change, and it doesn't work a lot for some people. So that's it for this clip. I want to know, what do you think? Men actually want to marry women who are deemed not as respectable as far as their image, who have been around the block, who are experienced in bed, who know how to do things, who don't mind waking up and effing any kind of way that he wants, giving him some head in the morning or teabagging and stuff. When she said that, I'm like, well, that's not really something I would think is really a big deal. I mean, of course you want him to be clean and stuff, but okay, you woke your man up to something like that. I mean, isn't that something that other women do already? But from what I hear, some women don't really please their man like that. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear what you think about this. So that is it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about that. Do you think that men are liars? That the women that they vilify and call whores and hoes and 304s, that's who they cheat on you with, that's who they're more compatible with in the bedroom, and that's who they actually prefer sometimes, especially if she's really attractive to them, but they lie to the public and shame these women, but that's actually who they really want deep down and would marry if the public didn't, especially men, wouldn't say anything to them about marrying her and wifing her up, those type of women.